Right. Yes. What we're going to do here today, remember we told you all that we're going to show you all how to make this this gingerbread shelf, right? So now we already, what we already got, we get the piece for the top, right? You get make sure you get a piece of board as I said, you do spine, right? 11.5, because you know that's what the pine will be. 11.5 if you go to buy it in the right by by 24, right? 11.5 by 24. Then you would get a piece for the back rail. That is, you know, the back rail. This here, this piece is going to be anywhere between 2, if you know, 2 inches, 2.25, right? And the part for the towel, which is the towel rack, the part that holds the towel, right? That there is like 1.25 inches. So you know what we are saying is that we have the piece for the back. You know, we're making it a little smaller, right? Simple. We have the piece for the towel, right? And then we have the piece for the top. What you did now, you get a piece, the same piece of out of the 1x12, and you cut a piece here that you can put the pattern. You put the pattern in, right? So now that you're ready, you put the pattern. And the first thing you're going to do, right? Make sure you have all these things here, right? The length of this here would be, as I say already, is 24. So you would you have to get these 24 inches. When we do the pattern and stuff like that, we will cut it down to size. Right, so you have to get look. If you look at how we're doing the pattern, you will get an understanding. You get a piece of board, you cut it up, you know, so that you get 2 patterns. You get it from on this side, and then all you have to do is you flip it from on this side here. So you know you have that side there, and then you flip it around, and you notice how you have the corner. So when you cut it straight, you cut the size. So it's 12 inches, right? So you have 12 inches, and well, this here is 13 inches, but usually the 12x12 would work. We just had this as apple mat, so it's a bigger piece of board, but so you have the 12 inches. So what you want to do is you want to get this whole this part here. You see this part here? You want to get this part here on. In other words, you want to get it from a corner, from the corner. We use simple terms so that you can understand, right? You want to get it from the corner. And when I say the corner, just take here a little bit. You know, well, if most, you don't have to, again, as I said, you don't have to use this pattern, but you know, understand the idea behind it. So, you know, plenty different things that you can put in this to make it, you know, to make something for yourself. You could sell it, you could, you know, for your around the house. Right, now you notice how you get the both of them on both sides. Let me just make sure I mark it out here so you get. So you have this piece here. Remember, it's an abstract, right? So even if it's not exact, you know, you don't have to worry about that because, you know, it's freehand. You know, you're going to do this freehand, it's not a machine, right? So now, what you do now is you come and you mark out on this side here now, right? Right before, so you need to get all these. So first thing you have to do is draw a pattern, right? And you can take it from the corner. So I can see it. This is explaining. I know this the way how we're doing this down here, right? In Trinidad, right? Remember, it's based on the accessibility to tools, right? And we have to do it, you know, with what we have down here. You know, once it's functional and you can use it for the purpose, right? So now you notice that you have the 2 sides on one piece of board. You notice you have the 2 sides on one piece of board, right? And remember I was telling you, when you get the drill, you need to get a 3/8 drill, right? Because when you have to get like inside here, you know, you want the drill bit to get on the inside of it, right? So once you get all these things here, the next step we will do is we will proceed to drill the holes so we can cut out the fretwork. Alright, so I hope you have your pieces of board, because we're keeping this as simple, because most people mightn't have all the tools that we would have in the workshop or access to the tools. So we're going to do it simple on the edge of the bed. You know, we're going to cut it right on the edge of the bench. We're going to, you know, we will just use a simple clamp. But as I would tell people, this is just our way that we're doing it. It's just an idea that we're given, right? There are lots of people who, different trade men, they could use it. They would use that either because they already have the hands for that. So you have all the parts. Remember, look at your pattern. It's always better to get it from in the corner. Look at it. I just giving you a demonstration so you have an idea. So you get one at this corner here, because you have to make sure here is square. Right? You make sure here is square. And so when they cut, so then when you turn it over here now, look, you would get, so you have, strong side. Right? So you have all that. Once you have all that, and the next step we will do is we will continue. Again, as I show you again, any pattern, if you look, you could see it will be the same, right? In terms of, you get it from on one side here, and you can get it from on the other side, right? You might need a wider piece of board depending on what the pattern, but the same procedure. Anyhow you want to. So you get one from on this end here, and then you come down here, and you will get the other end, so you will get the two parts of the shirt. Right, so stay tuned for next step we're going to do. We're going to drill the hole, and that's it.